Black Ops 3 Zombies is indisputably one of the best offerings the community's ever been given. I've put countless hours into this mode, whether it's completing Easter eggs, going for high rounds, or just screwing around in custom zombies with my friends. Reaching around 100 on every map in Black Ops 3 is a challenge that's been regaining a lot of popularity lately, and it's something I've always wanted to do, so in this video I'm setting out to do exactly that, with the added challenge that I'll be using only classic gobblegums. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Of course, I'll be starting with Black Ops 3's launch map, Shadows of Evil. Shadows had perhaps one of the most controversial releases in Zombies history. After the release of Black Ops 2's Origins and the ecstasy that came along with it, combined with a long wait between games, the community's expectations could not have been higher. As hard as it might be to believe now, the community's initial reaction to Shadows was mixed, but as time went on it became an all-time favorite of many, including me. If you've ever seen or attempted a challenge like this, you'll know the strategy on this map is to get set up with the upgraded sword and the pocket
Yeah, just
insert.
like that, sword's already upgraded.
I need some bullets. Double quick. Damage.
Guess I'll go up here and check. Pods.
Something inside here.
Here we go. Oh. There's a pod. Oh my god, the goop. Goop secured. So now at the end of this round I can play the game correctly.
And after 22 rounds, I was finally set up.
Bam!
The strategy basically consists of taking the tram into the waterfront district so that two doors near the entrance can be left closed, making the spawns faster and the strat safer. I use the Apothecon Servant to charge up the sword, and use Blast Furnace on my Kuda and Fireworks on the HVK whenever they're ready to try and speed up the rounds as much as possible. You'll also notice I intentionally avoided buying Quick Revive, since once you do, it adds death machines into the drop pool, lowering the chance of getting a max ammo. To improve the chance of getting a max ammo even further, I also made sure to repair these two barriers at the end of rounds when I went out to kill a Margwa. Since these are the only two barriers that can be repaired in this whole area, the game won't spawn a Carpenter unless they are completely torn down. On top of that, I also chose not to move the mystery box, which prevents fire sales from being added into the drop pool. Dealing with the Margwa on this map becomes much easier if you have the Arnies, but of course this requires getting lucky with the box. One way I found to get around this is when using the Fumigator on the purple pods, you can sometimes get a fire sale, even if you haven't moved the box yet. Despite this being my first time going for around 100 on Shadows, and my gameplay being pretty sloppy, I was cruising through the rounds.
Round 60, baby.
Round 60, then 70 flew by in no time at all.
Alright.
By round 80, I was still trying to get Arnies from the box, which at this point was probably pointless. Not too long after round 80 though, one of my mistakes would finally cost me the ultimate price.
Fuck! God damn it. Oh man, okay. GG.
I definitely expected that Blast Furnace to kill the zombies in my path, but especially with no Widow's Wine Grenades left, I should have been holding my Apothecon for safety. Even though this was a devastating failure, I didn't let it stop me from jumping right back into it.
Fuck it. We're running it back.
For the second time, I upgraded the sword and built the Apothecon, and just like the first attempt, in no time at all, I was at round 50.
Let's go. Round 50, baby.
This time, however, the fate of the game was taken out of my hands entirely.
Are you fucking kidding me, bro? Are you fucking kidding me?
The disconnect issues in Black Ops 3 are unfortunately something that can happen seemingly at random, and are one of the risks you have to take into account when starting an online match. Even with that annoying setback and the possibility that it could happen again, I was determined to make it to round 100 in the next game. So for the third time that day, I started the match on Shadows of Evil.
Why are you on round 50 on Shadows of Evil?
Because I'm going for 100, buddy.
Things were once again going well. I even managed to get the Arnie's from a fire sale this time. However, after playing Shadows for easily 10 hours at this point, I was pretty fried, and started making some dumb mistakes. I called in the Civil Protector way too early, meaning it didn't kill the Margwa, and instead of playing it safe, I did this.
You're gonna lose again.
Luckily, the Civil Protector was up and revived me, and I managed to get back on my feet. This really should have been a sign to call it quits until I had a chance to get some sleep, but I was worried the game would disconnect overnight, so I decided to try and push through it. Unfortunately, that decision would culminate in the end of the game, the very next round. Personally, I think it's kind of bullshit that those fireworks didn't kill those zombies, but I really should have had my wonder weapon out again, just in case. A couple of days later, I booted up Shadows one last time. As usual, I got set up with the sword, and after some early box luck, I pulled Arnie's, so I was able to grab the Apothicon and get into my routine by round 24. In this game, I made the same mistake as the last one, calling in the Civil Protector too early on round 61, and without a shield on my back, it cost me a down. After this, however, it was smooth sailing, and in no time at all I found myself on round 99. Using an alchemical, I blew through the rest of the round, and finally reached the coveted round 100.
This is the start of a winning streak.
To celebrate, I chucked my weapons into the Pack-a-Punch, and then ceremoniously 360'd myself off the map to end the game. And with that, the first map of Black Ops 3 has been conquered. Let me know if you enjoyed this video, and I hope you'll watch the next one.